WrestleChats with Sharpy and Ray.
Hello everybody, welcome on in. This is WrestleChats with Sharpy and Ray. We are going to do probably half an hour style podcasts going forward, talking about a bit of wrestling. We both love it and we can't help it. It's an addiction and we're stuck in it. So we're going to cover a few things every week and try and punch out some decent episodes for you guys to listen to. So welcome on in, Ray. How are you?
I am fantastic, mate. Life is good. Thank you very much.
Good to have
Just coming off of watching Bad Blood.
Yes.
That's something that's obviously was streamed up a little while ago.
Yes.
You guys can probably see that shortly. That video should be dropped. If not, will be dropped shortly. So there's a couple of questions that I definitely want to ask you, Sharpy, about Bad Blood. Is there anything that was a massive surprise that you predicted coming, or was there a surprise that you didn't see coming at all?
I didn't see The Rock turning up.
Not in the slightest.
Not Bad Blood. Maybe
yeah.
SummerSlam or Royal Rumble, but not Bad Blood. So obviously, there was rumours that he was in the area.
Yes.
Yeah, happy that he popped up for sure.
Absolutely.
Didn't see that coming.
Not in the slightest. And I think you can agree with this, that anything that The Rock touches just turns to gold.
Yeah, you're not
so
wrong.
The Rock showing up at Bad Blood, I think his views alone would have just gone through the absolute roof. And if anyone's brand new to the WWE, they would see The Rock or / the guy out of Jumanji or something like that, and then they would tune into WWE more. Yep. So I think anything that man touches is absolutely fantastic.
100%.
Any other surprises that you did or didn't see coming at all?
I thought the finish to the Liv and Rhea match was pretty crap.
Disappointing.
Yeah, I thought they were going to have like a definitive winner, and it was just a no DQ.
Yeah.
In a shark cage match. Like, okay, random.
I thought Dom could have done a lot more. In saying that, hanging upside down was really funny.
The most Dom thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was fantastic. It really was. But I thought there was going to be a bit more of a bit more interference by Dom as well at the same time.
Yeah, I thought he would have like thrown in like a shiv or like some sort of like prison thing. Like a set of handcuffs or I don't know, smuggle something in, make it a bit interesting. But he kind of fell out. That was hilarious.
That was good. That was fun. And then the interference towards the end there, I thought that match could have been something a lot more than what it was. To finish it off with an interference, I think it was just an opportunity completely missed at what could have been better for both of the superstars, for Liv, and we know that Rhea can just bring so much more to the table. And saying that, it was a good match, but not fantastic.
Yep, it's going to lead into Crown Jewel, which is our topic for today. Overall, Bad Blood, what did you give it a rating out of?
I'm going to say it's probably a solid 7 with pushing to go 7.5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6.5.
Yep.
The main event and the start of the show were the two talking points. The rest, you could have swapped out. In the live stream, I was saying you could have swapped it out for the last monster standing match. Yes. You could have done a ladder match like you did on SmackDown. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to have good main events on the TV shows. And especially with the SmackDown starting on a new network. So I think that was what they were going for. But I don't know. I feel like those matches were pay-per-view level. And then we get to the pay-per-view and it's kind of like, oh, is that it?
Could have been better.
Really? Like,
could have been better.
Couldn't beat Liv because old mate was getting hit with a kendo stick. I don't know.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm with you, mate. So speaking of main events, so the next main event that we got coming up is Crown Jewel. Yes. Now, we all saw the Triple H, or Paul Levesque. He actually presented the brand new title that was there. So whoever the winner is out of the Undisputed or the World Champion on women's and men's is then presented with the new title that's there, which is
Crown
huge.
Jewel Championship or something?
I think it looks fantastic.
50 carat diamonds or something? 50 diamond? I don't know how it was said, but a lot of diamonds involved on that thing. It looks great. I saw a lot of people crapping on online. The title looks good. I don't think they'll carry it around with them. I think it's like a trophy. Like you win it, you hand it back.
Yeah.
And you're the winner until the next one, like a King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Like, you get the crown, but you're not going to carry it around with you every time.
Andre the Giant trophy, you're not going to carry that massive trophy around with you. So I think, I do agree, the big chunky belt that they got, I don't think they will
take a photo in it that night, you go, look at me, I win, I'm the best champion there is right now. Yep. And then you hand it back and go, all right, well, next year, hopefully I win that again.
Yeah.
That's the
big
kind
belt.
of thing
I'd love to win. I think it looks great.
I think it looks unreal too.
Absolutely love it. I love it.
Very similar to the AEW belt, I thought.
It was
with way more jewels.
I didn't want to drop that, but yes, it does, absolutely. So moving on to that, so that's going to be champion versus champion. So a match that I definitely want to ask you about, and how well do you think it's going to be performed, as in who's going to win, so on and so forth, is straight away the Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes, versus the World Heavyweight Champion, which is Gunther right now. Your thoughts on how the match would go?
Well, firstly, I want to know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments below, please. And why? I'm going to go Gunther because I think he needs that win more than Cody does.
Okay.
Cody had the massive moment at WrestleMania and he went through all those odds to win the championship itself with The Rock getting in the way. He had that huge win. Gunther had that little botch finish at, well, the other Crown Jewel King of the Ring event, and then won the title by cheating at SummerSlam through Finn cost. So he hasn't had that definitive win.
Yes.
And I know Triple H loves himself some Gunther. He loves himself some Cody too, but I just think in the terms of the story, you just have someone interfere again, but make Gunther look really good. Have him powerbomb Cody 5 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in saying that, if you want someone to interfere,
well, it's got to tie into the current storyline. Obviously, we've just seen that Kevin Owens has attacked Cody backstage.
That we have, yes.
That seems like that is going to be another rematch. Maybe during this match, Kevin comes out, just distracts Cody.
Yes.
For 1 second. And that's all it takes for Gunther.
To
bang, powerbomb. It's over.
Do his thing.
Sweet dreams.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. I totally think that Gunther does need that little bit more of a win. And that little bit more of a win over Cody Rhodes would just cement his name even more into the history books than what it already has. And interference will occur, but we've got all the members of the Bloodline that can come in. You've got 4, Jacob Fatu's already getting a real big push.
Yep.
So he could even come in to cement his name more. And at the same time, let's not forget about The Rock. What that even meant when he came out at the end of Bad Blood, he did the 1, 2, who even knows what that means. I'm looking forward to SmackDown, or I'm looking forward to the next main event when he comes out.
Hell yeah.
So, but I think we can both agree that the Gunther versus Cody.
That's our choice, Gunther.
I'm going to say Gunther as well, I think. But via interference.
Yeah, not a complete... Well, he's a bad guy, so bad guys never really win completely.
They never really win. But I think
distraction from another bad guy to make this bad guy look even better. I think that's what they'll try.
I think that's what's going to happen. Either way, I think we both know it's going to be a banger of a match.
I can't wait. That'll be sick.
Yeah.
We move on to Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan at this stage, provided nothing changes. And that's the same for the Cody Gunther match, obviously. Again, do we see... It's 2 bad guys.
Yes.
Do we see a change between now and then? Does Rhea get a rematch on TV show and then pinch the title and then go on and face Nia Jax? But we saw that at Elimination Chamber.
That did. Yeah.
Do they do that again?
To do it again?
But 2 bad guys.
But then at the same time, so you've got 2 bad guys that are against each other. You know the crowd's not going to get behind it. But with the Liv Morgan story and Rhea Ripley, can you see Rhea coming in and kind of doing something? I cannot. With the Nia Jax and the Tiffy Time storyline, can I see maybe a cash in?
Very good.
I can see a cash in right there. That's my pick. I think Tiffy's going to come in and she's going to cash.
Oh,
I think so. I'm calling her right now. I believe that Nia is going to lose via interference
in between now and Crown Jewel.
No, I believe that Nia is going to lose at Crown Jewel via interference of the Judgment Day somehow, of Dirty Dom as he does. And then when Nia Jax loses, Tiffy time.
I like that.
It is Tiffy, absolutely.
I don't even want to put an opinion out now. That is I like that idea. That's a great storyline idea as well.
I think it would be, for the time, WWE, if you want to absolutely steal my idea, you can do so.
We'll take some royalties.
A little bit more from Sharpy if you can. Yeah. So let's move on if we can, please, from that. I think we...
Let us know who you think's going to win that
match
absolutely.
Sorry, guys, drop us comments below. Who do you think's going to win? How are they going to win? Or is it just going to be a straight match? Straight, easy win for them. But let's move on if we can. Something that I definitely want to keep going over is the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the new Bloodline before we talk about the old Bloodline first, if we can. New Bloodline, thoughts?
It's lost their gusto, if that's the correct term. I think that started really well, and now they're kind of like losing a lot. They're going to need something to make them feel dangerous again.
Yes.
And I don't know, between the 4 of them, like they lost in the cage match on SmackDown. They lost before that. They've lost again now at Bad Blood. The bad guys need a win. They did win the ladder match, but that doesn't really have any storyline developments in it.
There's nothing there.
It was literally just a tag match for the titles. They need a win. They're not going too far ahead, but Survivor Series, they're probably not going to win there either.
Okay, so you're saying already that they might be in the War Games at Survivor Series?
I think they'd have to be.
I think they'd have to be too.
But in terms of Crown Jewel, I think this is where they have to shine. They've got to get something back. Because if you're going to keep making them try and feel like a dangerous threat, then they can't keep losing all the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I think something has to happen.
Yes.
The Rock has come back, so maybe he gives them a kick up the backside that they needed.
And maybe he does come in and call out Solo in the ring and say to Solo, if you're meant to be representing our family, and you've got the beads around your neck, can't think of the names right now, sorry, you need to pull your head in. Yeah, so thoughts on the new Bloodline? You believe that they need a big win somewhere along the line?
They need a big win. They need something. The tag team champions, but they need some sort of a situation where we've got another 4 weeks undefeated the whole way and then win Crown Jewel again. In whatever situation it is, if it's another tag, if it's a couple of one-on-one situations, they all have to win, and then they go on to Survivor Series and feel a bit more dangerous. I think they've lost a lot.
They have lost a lot.
Except the tag ladder match, but that doesn't count because that was a separate side hustle.
That's a tag team thing, not a bloodline.
Yeah,
I do agree with you there. The new Bloodline, to me, as soon as they came in, I was just like, I don't like this idea. They need something fresh. I didn't like that they were going off of the back, I'm going to call it that, going off the back of the original Bloodline, the Usos, Roman. I think what they did, with Sammy even involved, was some of the best storytelling that we have had in decades, I reckon, even saying that in the wrestling industry, to then try to keep using that name, it didn't sit right for me. For Solo to be the ultimate bad guy doesn't sit right for me. Jacob Fatu, love what he's doing right now at the moment. Can't wait till he breaks away and goes against the tribal chief. And then the other guys out of the Bloodline, great tag team. I do like the tag team. Change the tag team name and get them pushed away from Solo and Fatu, and I reckon they're good. There's some dangerous good guys. They can work.
The thing I didn't like about it was they came in and they kind of just like started jobbing out straight away. I thought a good way to bring them in maybe was to bring them in, have them win the tag team championships, then join the Bloodline. Because holy crap, now the tag team champions have joined the Bloodline. Really?
Yeah.
Whereas like they just kind of came in, stuffed a couple of things up early, and then it was like no one takes them seriously now anyway.
Yeah, they were the Bloodline. There you go.
I don't know. Maybe they could have waited a little bit longer and then done this big ladder match, and then it's like, well, here they are.
Yeah.
They're dangerous. They're winning.
Yep.
Crap. Now they've just joined the Bloodline.
Yeah, these guys are going to be dangerous. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I don't know. Did they shoot the gun a bit early on that one?
I think they may have. That's a good way of putting it.
What's the situation with Roman and The Rock going to involve in that? Do you think anything in terms of that situation plays out at Crown Jewel? Do you see Roman going over there, having maybe a talking segment? What we don't have any idea what's going to happen as yet, but what's your gut feel in terms of, will we see The Rock in between now and then? Maybe on Raw he might pop up and say something?
Maybe, yeah.
Or is he going to wait till then? Or are we going to have like a Rock and Cody segment? Or there's so many open possibilities at the moment, and I don't know where it's going to lead.
I don't even know if I can even touch on that for the time being, because there is so many options. I mean, we're still trying to figure out what The Rock even meant by the 1, 2, 3, let alone where the storyline's even going to go at the present moment. So it's hard to sort of say what direction they're going to go in, but I think we can both definitely agree on at WrestleMania, it's definitely going to be Roman versus Rock. Hands down. So how they're going to actually build that up and how they're going to get to that, who knows? Yeah. But I
can't wait.
I'm waiting and excited to ride the wave of what WWE storytelling is going to give us. And I don't know if anybody saw the press conference. Triple H afterwards says, we're only going to turn WWE volume up once we start getting onto Netflix. So how can WWE get any better? I don't know, but I'm ready
I can't
to ride
wait
the wave.
for it. I think it's going to be, as soon as we hit January 6th,
Yep.
I can't wait to tune in every day when Netflix is on and suss it out and see how, like, I just think they're going to push the envelope a bit more like they used to.
Yeah.
And, like, they're not going to go stupid like they used to. I just think, like, you know, maybe a little bit of more coarse language and maybe some more, like, heated storylines, a bit more blood here and there.
Yeah.
Not go too silly like AEW does. That's a whole nother thing. But, you know, the memes of John Moxley bleeding every week on TV is not, you know,
it's not
how you meant to do it.
No.
Every now and then in a Hell in a Cell is absolutely perfect. The way that Punk and McIntyre that was fantastic.
Yeah,
that's what a Hell in a Cell should be. It shouldn't be just a middle stop. It should be the end. You go there and you two just beat the crap out of each other.
Absolutely.
Jey Uso's come back as well. Jey Uso's next opponent, Jimmy, has come back.
Yes, Jimmy.
That's going to intertwine as well. Do you see Jimmy and Jey intertwining, or do you see Jey staying with the IC title, doing his own thing going forward? Jay's got to get roped in, doesn't he?
He does, but I don't want it to happen too early. Like, I'm loving what Jay's doing right now at the present moment.
I think everybody is.
I think the whole world is absolutely loving Yeet. No matter what he does, everywhere that he goes, everybody loves him. The glasses, the haircut, the new attire, the new tattoos that he got once he absolutely left the Bloodline too. Everything that man touches just turns to gold nowadays. Why would we not want him to get his run on? I'm going to call it that. His run that he's going to have for a lot longer. And then once that starts going a little bit, then have him join up with Roman. Then have him join up with Jimmy. Then do the old school. I don't think you can. I don't think you can because of the simple fact of it would take too much away from Jey. It would take too much away from him. I don't want him to be a part of the Bloodline and have an IC title at the same time because everyone's not going to be like, that's Jey, the Intercontinental Champion. They're going to be like, that's Jey, who's a part of the Bloodline, and there's his twin brother, Jimmy, and there's his cousin, Roman Reigns. I don't think that's fair to do that.
What if Roman has now got Jimmy on his side, obviously? So you got Roman and Jimmy.
Yes.
Cody is kind of a part of it, and The Rock gestured, you three are in trouble.
We think.
What if Roman is going after old members, maybe recruit Sami Zayn? We're not sure yet. But then what if for his fifth member, Jey just won't join? And he's going, mate, I need you for old time's sake. I know you're the IC champ. You got dudes gunning for you. I just need you for this one time. He's not... I know what you're saying about like not having... not overusing him and overexposing him and just letting him do his own thing. But, but what if you make him the dude like Shawn Michaels in the 2003 Survivor Series match where he just eliminates 4 dudes. And then all of a sudden, Jey, the IC title, just annihilated half of the new Bloodline by himself. Yeah. And he looks like a megastar.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
And he comes out of it looking even better than when he went in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What if you do something like that?
Yep. That's a good point. So all the work that he's put in,
you know, like Ziggler in 2014 when Sting came back, and Ziggler took out like Big Show, Kane, and then like Seth Rollins at the end, and everyone was just like losing their minds. Like, what if Jay's like the last? Like, it's War Games, so it's different. But like, what if Jay's like the last one standing and he takes on 3 dudes and beats them?
That would be fantastic.
And then the IC champ's just like bang all the way up here, and all of a sudden the IC title's like.
But in saying that, if they do that, can you see him being that guy to do that over Roman Reigns? Can you see that guy being to do that? He can!
Yeah, because Roman's going to go wrestle The Rock. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But then they're making Jey look stronger than Roman? Would they ever make Jey look stronger than Roman? And remember, Jey's already lost to Roman.
You could have Roman get 5-on-1. And they take out Roman that way.
Okay.
They throw him off the edge of the cage. He falls through tables. He is done.
Absolutely done.
Got no one else.
WWE, once again, if you guys want these, jump on board.
I mean, Roman's not that big of a spot taker. He's probably not going to fall off the cage.
Nah, I don't think
But they could set something up, or a crash pad, or, you know, they could do something to look after it. I don't know. There's endless possibilities.
Absolutely.
I would love to see him. I agree with you. I would love to see him do his own thing, take on people at his own storylines like Bron Breakker and guys like that, and like matches against like people like Sami Zayn and all these other dudes that deserve, Xavier Woods, guys that deserve these matches. Yeah. Just have these banger matches every week. Yep. But also he does have that, like, I feel like he'll get dragged back in. I just have this feeling.
It's a matter of time.
Everyone wanted Civil War Bloodline.
Yes.
But now we have 2 Bloodline.
Yes.
Like, I just feel like you've got 4 over here, and if you chuck in The Rock, that's 5. Yeah. And then you got Roman and Jimmy over here, that's only 2. You chuck in Jey, you chuck in Sami and maybe Cody, or you bring in a new Bloodline member plucked from somewhere else. Yeah.
We're forgetting Randy in the mix there as well.
Yeah,
if you want to take out Cody.
Roman as well, you know.
Well, didn't Cody, you know? Yeah, KO.
There's so many possibilities that you can go with.
It's a lot of a huge storyline that we can just keep speculating on what's going to happen, but we both just need to
But we both agree that we wouldn't hate to see him just do his own thing.
For a great amount of time?
Till Mania or till before?
No, till Mania.
Let him defend the IC title at Mania. Happy for him to lose it there.
Yep.
And he's wrestling in front of 100,000 people or whatever.
Yeah, and then help out and go back to the old
And then
Bloodline
the Rock
somehow.
wins at WrestleMania and beats the crap out of Roman, and then let's
I
not get too far.
I don't know. Let's not get too far.
They could do a 2-part series. The Rock loves doing 2-parters.
Yeah.
Did it with Cena.
Absolutely.
Did 3 parts with Stone Cold.
But then, so a good segue right there. You just said Cody might be a part of War Games to go into it. But now with KO, I don't know if everyone's seen that out there, guys. Sorry, just your thoughts, guys, on the Bloodline. What is your thoughts on the Bloodline? Leave a comment below. Do you like the new Bloodline? Do you not like the new Bloodline? Do you want to see Jay come into the new Bloodline sooner than later? We've shared our thoughts. Please tell us what you guys think. Drop a comment below. Now, going on to, I don't know if everybody's seen it out there yet, Kevin Owens attacked Cody Rhodes after Bad Blood.
It is going around socials hard at the moment, and it did pop up on mine. I think the word has got out that he's obviously turned heel and he's cracked it. It was always going to happen. He kind of cracked it on SmackDown the other week when Randy was there, and Randy was like, calm down. And does he drag Randy into it too? And does that segue into something extra?
Threat?
Well, yeah.
Triple threat.
Randy's like, calm down, you two, calm down.
Yeah.
And then Randy gets dragged in. He's like, I had enough of both of you.
Yep. KO comes in, tries to hit Cody, moves, hits Randy. Doesn't like that.
We're ready. WWE hires.
Mate, he'll turn on you. Jeez. Storylines upon storylines that we really could do. So do you want to see another KO and Cody Rhodes match?
Yeah.
But this time, they're obviously not buddies and pals when they do
hate
it.
each other now.
KO now hates...
And KO heel will do anything he can to win.
I think he will.
Like prize fighter KO as a heel.
Yes. Yeah, I
Cody
think...
can't beat him clean too. That's my other thing, is you can't beat KO prize fighter heel clean.
Okay, yeah,
so that's where maybe Randy comes in. And something happens.
Throws it in the mix.
Cody gets a disqualification win or something. And then you go to a triple threat.
Yeah.
Not maybe at Survivor Series, but maybe you do it at Saturday night's main event or... You got plenty of... And Cody's still stuck in this Bloodline thing, so that might play out first.
Yes.
And then this might take a life on its own afterwards. I don't know.
Yeah. I am getting a little bit over the Cody Bloodline, getting tied into the mix now.
Get him away now, I agree.
He's always going to be involved in it in some type of way until Cody and The Rock go against each other, and then that's going to die. Hey, maybe we'll see that before Mania, and then Cody will tie into Roman coming out and helping out Cody against the Rock. We could go into it for a very long time. Guys, so drop a comment below. What are you guys thinking about the KO, Cody, the rivalry that could be there at the present moment? Do you think Randy Orton should get involved? Do you think Randy Orton should just get a shot at the undisputed title in itself right there?
Well, I got thoughts on that, but I want to save that for another one.
Okay, Sharpy.
Let's go to the last little topic here. Staying with that mid-card title, we're talking about Jey Uso with the IC title, and he's had good feuds with Breakker, and he's going to have more with Xavier Woods now, and I assume Sami Zayn might come back down to that at some stage, but LA Knight is sitting atop the perch with the US title, and he's got Melo and Andrade having a 7-series
banger
to be the number one contender, and I think Andrade came out on top and is the number one contender.
Okay,
but Melo is still interfering and having a bit of fun. We saw AJ come back and unfortunately get injured, but Andrade and LA Knight, I think, is going to be a banger. Is it at Crown Jewel? This is my first question. Or do they do it on a SmackDown beforehand?
I think they'll do it on a SmackDown, and then interference will get involved, because I know absolutely love LA Knight. So LA Knight's going to make an appearance at Crown Jewel. Who he's going to be against, I'm not too sure yet. Both of them.
Triple threat.
I'd love a triple threat.
Yeah.
I'd love a triple threat.
Yeah.
Because they're both.
Because you're going to have a single Cody and Gunther, you're going to have a single Jackson, Liv, or whoever, and then you're going to have probably another couple of singles, or maybe you might even have the women's tags. You might chuck that on there because they haven't had a match for a while.
For a long time.
And then you chuck up a triple threat between those three.
Hello.
And that 7-match series, or whatever it was, 5-match series, was so close. And the stuff they were doing was ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
You could have them take out LA Knight halfway through the match, you know, the typical put him through a table. He sits there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
While the other two have like a mini match inside it.
Yeah.
And those two, people were saying that we could watch them forever. Like, just let them keep going. It's fantastic.
Absolutely, for sure.
So you give them like a 10-minute fucking little mini match, and then LA Knight comes back in.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think a triple threat between the three of them would be unreal.
Would be absolutely killer.
Or do you do LA Knight beats Andrade at some stage, and then Melo gets like, he's like, well, I pretty much beat him. I beat him like 2 times as well, so I should be next.
Yeah.
LA Knight's like, yeah, no worries, I'll beat you then. And then they're like, well, both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like single and then a triple threat.
I think triple threat is probably on the cards. I think that's going to happen.
I
think that's going to happen. But I think we're not giving Andrade and Melo enough props for what they're actually doing.
Whatever.
Andrade's been in it for a long time, did go over to the competition, didn't do heaps well over there, came back and has made a very big impact in being back. The only thing that I think Andrade needs to improve on is his entrance. I think his entrance just runs flat as soon as his music hits. The whole crowd can't get into it. They can't do anything. They can't sing along. They can't do a Cena sucks or, you know, you suck or anything. Andrade needs to change his entrance and his theme music, and the man will be over straight away. Carmelo Hayes, he is going to be a superstar one day. This is his rookie year.
Dude,
and how well the man is going. He is fantastic. Athletic as all can be. His first match was on SmackDown against Cody Rhodes. I mean, this man is only going to climb higher and higher. Being so young, being so athletic, he's only got such good things in front of him. LA Knight, once again, a guy that everything he touches just turns to gold. How over he is with the crowd is absolutely insane. You know that he's going to get on the mic, and after he finishes saying what he needs to say, he's going to have everybody saying L. Yeah. Night in, night out, week in, week out is absolutely fantastic. I just want to keep hoping that WWE know how to ride the wave of LA Knight. Because once again, if you win a title, you can be a great title holder, but then you need to keep going and then push the platform a bit higher. Once you start lacklustering off, that's when you die and that's when you lose the championship. I don't want that to happen to LA Knight too quickly and too soon. Because what he's doing, once again, is absolute gold.
He's doing good work and he's talking a lot of good smack about the two of them. And the good thing that I've liked is that Melo and Andrade have really spoken with their matches. And you've had LA Knight on the side sort of just talking smack. And I think that's going to work really well in terms of their matches. And if it is that they have more than one together or they do a triple threat and then the others get another chance or whatever, I think it's just going to work well. And I think that both Melo and Andrade still need to work a little bit on their promos, but obviously Andrade's, you know, it's not his first language, so that's always a bit tricky as well. But Melo with his moves is fantastic. He just needs a little bit more charisma in the next couple of years, and he'll be unreal.
He'll only get better and better.
The way he sold the BFT on SmackDown was like RVD, just like bang on the top of his head, folded over,
and
unreal.
I hands down was like he just broke his neck, absolutely. So what do you guys think? Triple threat, crown jewel. Would you agree? Would you not agree? Do you like what LA Knight's doing right now at the present moment? Do you think Carmelo is a future star and Andrade, should he change his theme when he's coming in? That's just my opinion. I don't know if Sharpy agrees or not.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but it doesn't bother me as much. He's kind of a heel, so I think it works. I think you can't have an exciting entrance theme for a bad guy. Got to have like a boring theme. Even like when Tommaso Ciampa was in NXT, when he was like the devil sort of thing, the Black Heart. He came out with no music. And the whole crowd was like, F you.
Oh, wow.
So the one that bothers me the most is AJ Styles. Music sucks. I hate it.
And what's happened to him? AJ right now is just in a bit of a weird phase because he just had that feud with Cody, which he was meant to be a heel. He pretended to retire to get to Cody even more. And now he's come back and he was getting so emotional on SmackDown he could barely even talk.
And he was like,
happy to come back, happy to see everybody. Then he was meant to be a bit of a face. And then all of a sudden he has a match with Melo, which was a banger of a match. Melo obviously performing with one of the top stars of the whole industry. And he hurt himself quite badly. I don't know if you guys have seen clips on it. Please go back and have a look. Hopes and our prayers are with AJ.
Hopefully it's quick. Hopefully it's like one of those roll stingers where you can get over it in a month or so. But that's going to be a real sore angle. Hopefully there's no breaks or tears. That's the only thing. If there is, then it's like, God, he's going to have like another 6 months off. 6 to 9 months if it's like a real bad one.
He did do his best to keep the match going, but you could just see the guy was in some intense pain. So hopefully he heals up better. You never know. They might pump something into his system to get him even more jacked than what he already is.
But that could be, I mean, we're going to talk about it more in a different pod, but that could be part of the problem, I think, is he might be too, his frame, I don't know,
huge.
You don't need to be that big.
You don't.
You can be big, but you don't need to be that big, and that's why he probably might be getting a bit hurt.
Not for an athletic dude
to
move the way he does. You can't do that, absolutely, because you've just got too much muscle upon you, too much weight. It doesn't work that much anymore. So, what do you guys think? AJ Styles, please leave a comment below.
Crown Jewel, what do you think's going to happen? Do you reckon some other matches that we have potentially missed that might be on the show. What do you think? I think there'll be like a women's tag of some sort. They always have a women's match on the Crown Jewel shows because there's always that stigma of their rights over there in Saudi and stuff. So it's always that contentious thing. So I feel they always try and have a women's match. They're going to have the Nia Jax with Morgan. Do they have another one?
To me, on every single pay-per-view event, they should try to defend every single championship that they've got. I think every single
unless
belt
the story
that they've got
today.
Well, yeah, unless
not having it.
Yeah, unless it's not having it. But we still saw the title there.
Yeah.
We still see the champs in some type of a way. I think on every single PLE that they have, there should be definitely a defending tag, definitely a women's defending, definitely a belt on the line every single time for every single belt on there. Because if they're the champs, then they do deserve more of the spotlight. They do deserve
minimum of 3 for me.
Yep.
I want a world title match. I want a women's title match.
Yep.
I want a mid-card or a tag or a women's tag.
Yep.
And then I'm happy with 2 storyline matches.
Okay.
So like Hell in a Cell today, that's perfect.
Yes.
And then Priest and Balor, yeah, okay.
We'd call them mid-card.
Yeah.
And then we had Bailey and Nia for the championship too. And then after that, we also had Rhea
So
and
we had 2 women's world title matches.
That we did.
We had 1 men's. No, we didn't, because Gunther didn't even wrestle either.
That's right.
He was out there though. Yeah, okay.
He did come out. Yes, we'll talk about it a little bit later on.
Yes, that one we'll
Cool.
get into at some
So
stage.
guys, what are your thoughts below? Do you agree with me and think that every single title should be defended at every single pay-per-view? Or are you with Sharpy on this one and believe only maybe 2 or 3 championships need to be decided at every single pay-per-view? Drop your comments below.
We're going to leave it there, guys. Thank you for watching. We're going to get stuck into another one for another time. Yeah, let us know in the comments below what you think. Is Crown Jewel going to be a banger, or is it just going to be another sort of hit and miss? Because sometimes
they can be, yes.
Sometimes they can be really good, and then sometimes they can be like, I don't know why I bothered watching.
True. But with Triple H involved now, I mean,
I feel like these championship of champions matches will be quite cool to watch.
I think they're going to be the best. I mean, you got the 2 of the best in the world doing what they do. I think we're going to.
It's like what they used to do at Survivor Series when they used to have Brock versus AJ and Brock versus whoever, and they had like champion versus champion. I think that was kind of cool. It was like a brand versus brand thing. It's similar to that.
Yeah.
But it makes these Crown Jewel things feel a bit more important, hopefully, because obviously War Games is now on Survivor Series going forward, which everybody's happy with. No one has a problem with that. So
yeah.
That might be the way to go. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you leave a like and a comment. We will see you guys then. Bye for now. Peace.
WrestleChats with Sharpy and Ray.